Hey guys, in this video I'm going to do a full review of Samsung Galaxy Note 5. And yes, it is a real awesome phone that you can spend money on. It has the real nice specification that actually worth it for its price. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the design, which is the biggest change ever. I mean, the biggest and the biggest. Um, Unfortunately, my Galaxy Note 4 is having some problem because accidentally some kid, dropped it in like water, or maybe he dropped like bottle of water on it. I don't really know the whole true story behind that problem with the Note 4, but yeah, the water has damaged that set and it's gone for repair. So anyways, we're going to talk about what is changed in terms of design, which is the biggest change. Now it is completely like the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. I don't have that, but I can compare it with the Galaxy S6 here. So you can see it now uses glass and metal for its build quality, and on the bottom you can see very similar stuff. And now we also have this S Pen edition, of course. We don't have it on the S6, but you can see very similar. That's how it looks, glass and metallic design, and it's kind of like edging backward. So on the top it creates a really nice effect when you hold it. So that is a really nice design upgrade, gone really premium. This is platinum gold edition, so it looks really shiny when you hold it in hand like this, and it's very noticeable. And I'm really surprised how good it feels in hand, and it's pretty awesome in terms of design and all that. Real premium stuff. But of course we don't get the removable back, and of course the SD card option is also dropped, so that's a blow to most of the people. But if you're okay with 32 gigabyte, which will be around like if I just quickly show you in the settings, if we go into storage, and you can see we got like 24.15 gigabyte of space available with a 32 gigabyte of storage. But of course, if you don't like this, you can buy 64 gigabyte, or they might gonna release a 128 gigabyte model also, but we don't really know at this point. So if we take a look at the design overall, so you can see that we got the power key on the right, which is really well adjusted, because you can easily reach the power key without any problem, and it's real nice, real comfortable. On the left side we got the volume rockers with the space in between, down and upward, so you can just easily press two buttons without just messing them up. And then also on the top we got nothing but a SIM card tray and a microphone, and on the bottom we got a lot of connectivities like the USB or charging port, the headphone jack, and also we got the speaker with the microphone. And then also we got the new Samsung Galaxy Note 5's S Pen, which we'll take a look here shortly, and I might do a separate video for drawing and all that cool stuff. I know a lot of you want me to do that, but anyways, that was the design. Of course, it has this home key, which is the trademark, and very fast. I am very surprised. So that was about the whole design elements. And also you can see that now it has this heart rate sensor, and the LED flash on the side of the camera on the right side. And also this is the 16 megapixel sensor, which we'll take a look at detailed in our camera test. So it is really nice. It has like a little bit better video stabilization, so I will love to do that. And then also on the front we got a 5 megapixel camera, real big sensor there, real nice selfies and all that. Of course we don't get any flash like we do get with the Samsung mid-range phone. Samsung mid-range phone like the Galaxy J5, which has this LED flash. But of course Note 5 has a real big sensor on the front, which will definitely going to produce more and more light, so that we will not use we will not feel the use of LED flash. But anyways, that was the whole design thing. If we talk about the display here, This is a 5.7 inch quad HD display. Awesome stuff. It was leaked that it is going to come with like a 4K display, but to be honest, we don't really need a 4K display because that's going to be an overkill, because this is a really awesome display, and this is a 1440 by 250 pixel display. And what's good about this year is that the Galaxy Note 5 has the most best screen to body ratio than any other phone, you know, on equal with the Motorola X style. So which means that that even though with the 5.7 inch screen it's not gonna feel bigger, I mean, it feels really good in hand, and with better screen to body ratio, it just feels like a normal device. I mean, you can expect it to be humongous, but it's not gonna be humongous. It's gonna be large, but it's not gonna be humongous. So it will be easier for you to use it with its new screen to body ratio, which is 76.62 to be accurate, which is really awesome. And the quality, the resolution, the PPI, everything is just amazing. And I mean, the only phone that is actually gonna give a threat to its display, which is gonna be LG G4, which I'm gonna compare it to very soon. So I'm really amazed by its display. And of course, if we talk about the software here, we just take a look deeply into the software. Now it has this new TouchWiz UI with a little bit of rounded type of icons. You can see that they have kind of like tweaked it, which is really awesome. And then also, of course, if you do this, it comes with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. So now if we just hold down the screen or swipe, it will give us like 4 options: themes, screen grid, widgets, and wallpaper. You can check out the themes. You can download Material Design theme from their theme store. A lot of themes are free. You can also check out different wallpapers, which are also available for other phones also. And that is really amazing. And of course, you can delete the home screens if you want to, just swipe there. And yeah, the new addition with the TouchWiz is just the icons there. And of course, if you look here into the settings, they have kind of like a little bit changed their about device section. Now you have to click on software info to give you the detailed information, and of course we got the battery info also. So it has this Android 5.1.1 Lollipop version here, which is really nice. Of course, Android M 6.0 Marshmallow will come with new features, so we will see really awesome stuff there also. So if you click here in the app drawer, you can actually uninstall application or disable them from here, and you can also hold down to any application and just transfer it to the home screen, and from there you can make a lot of folders. And you can also make folders here if you click on edit and you just hold on application, move it here, and it's gonna make a folder. And then also you can type the folder's name, anything. And this is how the keyboard looks like. Standard normal keyboard, really awesome to type in. So I'm just gonna name it as Z-Tech Care, which is my channel name, of course. Oops, mistyped. But anyways, the keyboard is very neat and clean. So in notification UI, you can see there's not that much of a difference. You can just swipe to the other notification area more. You can also quickly click the edit key. It's gonna just quickly pop up different options here, where you can hold down and replace the option or actually add them, so as much as you can. So that is also really nice, and you can have it on auto or not auto. Of course, I want to keep it on auto because I don't have to just manually adjust my brightness slider. My phone will automatically do it for me. And as you can see, that it also has this Microsoft applications, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, which is pretty damn awesome. I'm gonna do separate detailed videos on these applications. You can actually make presentations and all that stuff that you actually do on a Windows phone or Windows device, actually, like your laptop, the way you want to do. But you can actually do that, all that stuff, on your Galaxy Note 5. And then also, if you take a look at the application, you can just notice that how much less the bloatware this device actually has. Very less bloatware, is really fast. And of course, you can see the icon for the Facebook here, which is, of course, if you click it, I have downloaded, and it has like a little bit new, better calculator UI, and of course we look at the dialer. All is pretty same, some things are very same than before. This is the music application. Of course you can take the main advantage of this by using the new headphones, which I'm also going to cover up in a separate video because they have changed the design, so I want to compare it with the Apple AirPods. Have really great sound. And of course let's just take a look at the sound of this phone. And of course it's just gonna have it on full. To be honest, the sound is not that much of impressive. I mean, it could be a little bit better, but it's not that loud. Of course, with a hand-free or headphones, the experience is a lot more better. So that is about it with the software. Lock screen, it was going to give you this cool ripple type of effect, and of course you got the same options of camera and the phone to quickly go into dialer or quickly go into the camera, and for double tapping the home key will give you to come into the camera, and that is really snappier. Now speaking of being snappier, this comes with a Snapdragon 74, actually Exynos 7420 chipset, which is an octa-core CPU, same as my Galaxy S6, but the difference here, this time it comes with 4 GB of RAM. Now if you're my subscriber, you already know that I don't really care about benchmarks, because benchmarks are not the numbers can't define a phone status. I actually did a speed test comparison with the J5 versus S6. You should probably check that video out. Even though some budget optimized phones from Samsung can actually beat big phones in some tests, so that is really awesome. But the main thing that matters is optimization, how good the software is optimized. The Note 5 is really smooth, lightning fast, no problems ever. When I first unboxed it, I instantly got an update for its stability fix regarding the wireless charger and all that. I will get it pretty soon. So that was the stuff that I received when I first unboxed the phone. So you can see it's really snappy, and RAM and all that. You can see that you're not gonna notice any lag. This is a beast, and it's gonna be fun to do a speed test with other phones. 4 GB of RAM is really kill. So if we take a look at the RAM section, if I just go into the main settings, okay, and if we check out the let's see, we should open up the Smart Manager application here, which is a pretty nice application which will give you the RAM usage info. So almost 2.2 GB is always taken by the system, so it's gonna be like 1 point something, 1.3 or 1.4 will be available for you, and to be honest, that is enough for doing hardcore gaming, for using multiple application. You're not gonna notice any lag. So that was about the RAM, and it's very smooth. Gaming performance and everything will be really buttery smooth on this phone. And of course, if we take a look at one of the main reasons why I usually like Note phones, is because of its S Pen. Now, when you take out the S Pen, it has this new key. Of course, first I want to talk about that this button here, because you don't have to actually just stick your finger or nail like you used to do on the Note 4. You just have to press it like this, and it's gonna pop up outside, and just gonna pull it outside, and that is it. That is really easy, and this is how the Air command will look like. Of course, you can just click here, and if you can't click here there, then you can just just click this button actually, which will give you this Air command. Now with this Air command, you got the action memo option. We have also this the smart select option, screen write, S Note, gallery. We got an option for add shortcuts, where you can add different type of shortcuts and all that. Like if you want to add the camera, I can just click it, and here we go. Now we got the camera here, and of course now you can add up to 6 shortcuts here. And if I check out again here, if I go to the Air command again, so now let's say I want to do the smart select here. Now with the smart select, I can do different type of selection like rectangle, and I can create a rectangle, and what it will gonna do, it's gonna take like a screenshot of something like that, and of course you can save in scrapbook, save in gallery, share, or you can write something on it. So that is really awesome. And of course, when you write anything on the screen, it creates like kind of like a real type of audio, you know, when you're writing something on a page. So that is also very realistic. So checking out this screen write, whatever you're using, whatever you're doing, if you click on the screen write, it will just screenshot the thing that you're doing, and you can instantly do whatever you want to do. And you can slightly hear the sound of my pen, and that is really awesome, really realistic. And same way, we have the action memo, S Note, and of course you can go into gallery to check out different stuff. So of course I want to show you the benchmark score that I got on my Galaxy Note 5, which is 65,604. Of course we're going to compare it with the Galaxy S6 and other phones. As I said, I don't really care about benchmark, but that was just for the information purpose, that it is the best beast out there in terms of benchmark, top of the mountain, and it might be going to be replaced by the Galaxy S7's 820 Snapdragon chipset, but we don't know about that. So let's just quickly head into the camera application. Now the camera is still 16 megapixel, have 4K video recording, have all that sorts of stuff that you actually wanted. It's really bright, and actually you can see that it's way bright. You can't really see, so I'm just gonna lower down the brightness here. Okay, so you can see that the camera, we got the touch to focus option. You can switch to front camera. We got different type of modes. Pro mode will give you an option to manually adjust different stuff like ISO, like the scene, like also the standard, beauty, and other soft effects that you can actually give into your photos. You know, that is really nice. I mean, we got ton of photos. You know, Samsung has learned a lot from LDG4. They have actually given you the full control in the pro mode, which I don't really want to mess up because I want to use the auto one. Auto is also pretty nice. Selective focus, which is really nice to actually do a blur type of thing, which is really nice that I can do with this Nikon thing. And I just quickly take a picture from 50mm. It's gonna take take some time, and then it will blur out the background. Of course, you have to keep your hand steady. And then also, if you go into gallery, you can edit the photo, delete, or share it on multiple websites or multiple platforms, social platform. So if we click on modes, we got panorama, video collage, which is pretty nice feature there. You can, you know, make different type of videos, like if I just pause it, and then also it's just gonna take one video, and then also it's gonna make collage of different videos. Like if I now gonna record, and it's gonna make that collage, you know, just like we have in photos, it's gonna make a video collage. That is the real power there of Note 5 here. We got live broadcast feature, which is pretty nice, which is, you know, kind of like linked with YouTube and all that. Slow motion, fast motion, virtual shot. You can actually do that by just, you know, do this and just scroll your phone full 360, and it's gonna make a virtual shot, which is also pretty dope. Now you can also download different type of features from their Galaxy Store, which is always fun. Clicking on this main setting page will take you here, where you can actually take a look at the video stabilization, which I talked about before, which is turned on. Grid lines, video size, you can have it on 4K, QHD, Full HD 60 FPS, Full HD, HD, and VGA. You can also take a look at quick launch. You can disable it if you don't want to. And then also we can also reset settings, voice control, volume keys function. You can have it on record video or zoom. That's up to you. And that's about the camera. Front camera is 5 megapixel, real nice. With the front camera, you can actually record a full QHD video, a full HD video or HD video. QHD is also pretty killer for the front camera. And also we got the gesture control, video stabilization on the front camera, which is a pretty killer feature there. Quick launch also enabled here, review picture, tags, and of course then again you can add custom functions to your volume keys. Now that's about the camera. And lastly, if I talk about the battery, it has 3050 mAh battery, which I think is pretty awesome, and it is better in performance as compared to the Galaxy Note 4 from the last year, which I have noticed really stable, and it's like 56% now, and I'm using it for about quite a time now. I was using internet application here, the Samsung stock browser, and it gives me very constant, not any funny drainage, but really constant battery usage. And I think it can last like almost 1 day with your normal usage, 1 day plus. And if you of course do heavy gaming, it will going to take some time, but I will do a separate video where we'll talk about in detail about the battery. So far, for the normal usage, it's gonna last good for you 1 day plus almost. And then of course that's about it, guys. Anything you want to know, you can just comment down below. I'll make a full video for that. And of course, stay tuned for full comparison, full speed tests, detailed camera tests, and all that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace out, and don't